A hit in the rear collision with a little bit of a difference. We do have a confirmed outcome on this one. Who do you think is responsible? Let's take a look at the collision in a bit more detail. So who do you think was at fault? The car that turned across the path of the camera vehicle, or the vehicle that was following the camera car that hit them in the rear? My viewer, who was a taxi driver, was correctly proceeding along the road when a car approaching in the opposite direction turned across their path. My viewer hit the brakes to avoid a collision with the car that turned across their path and was then hit in the rear by the vehicle that was following them. The driver that was found responsible was the driver of the car behind. Naturally, they were not maintaining a safe braking distance to the vehicle in front. At all times, you should be maintaining a safe braking distance to the car in front, so if it stops suddenly, you can do the same without hitting them. If you need to imagine a safe braking distance in a different way to allow it to sink in, imagine that you're following a concrete wall with giant steel spikes facing you that can stop on a dime in an instant. The clear space in front of your vehicle is the room that you need to acknowledge that the wall has stopped, react to the wall stopping by applying your brakes, and in addition add your stopping distance to the spikes on top of that. The vast majority of people do not keep a safe braking distance to the vehicle in front. This is what a 2-second gap looks like at 60 miles per hour on a dash cam. If you've got a dash cam, take a look at your own footage. Are you closer to cars in front when travelling at 60 miles per hour? If yes, you're travelling too closely. This also applies to cornering too. You need to be able to stop in the distance that you can see to be clear in front of your vehicle. If you're on a bend, for instance, and you can't see the spot where your car would stop if you hit the brakes, then you're cornering too fast. So yes, the car that turned across the path of my viewer was the reason for my viewer braking, but they were not responsible or the cause of the collision. The cause of the collision was the car behind my viewer not maintaining a safe braking distance to the car that was in front of them, and that is how the claim was settled, with the car behind's insurance company paying out in full. Lovely jubbly, sound as a pound.